Guys, okay, the podcast was fun. I can't lie. That was really cool. Welcome to the very first podcast of Fish Edit Repeat. I am joined by my good friend, Aaron Frank.
What's going on, guys?
We have known each other for probably 6 years, and we've hunted together quite a bit on public land. We've gone fishing together. We've spent a ton of time working together. We know that we are both very into hunting and fishing, and it's going to be awesome to have Aaron kind of come on and be a part of the team at Fish Edit. He's going to start branching off and doing his own thing on his own channel, so we're going to link that in the description as well. Basically, the whole idea of this podcast, you guys, is to branch out here. Aaron does a lot of public land hunting, and we're going to get into that. So to start, introduce yourself. Why do you love hunting? Why do you get out? And why do you hunt public land?
I'll start with the why I hunt public land, solely just for the adventure in it. So I definitely like private land hunting because you have a lot more control over it and you don't have to deal with other hunters. So
Yes.
that's the
Advantage.
the win there. Yeah, advantage. So I like public because I just like the adventure, and I kind of like to do things that are just difficult.
Yeah.
I like to take the long way approach.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know.
You're going to take the more difficult approach because it's going to be more rewarding for you later on.
Yeah, so like putting in a lot of work to something, when you succeed, it's a lot. Like the reward is just like really the journey was awesome.
Yeah.
And then you got it and you're like, oh, I can't believe I
Oh,
pulled it off.
didn't you have a public land hunt last year? Successful?
Yeah.
Tell us a lot about that. What happened?
Okay, so here's what happened. So I found public land. Real close to the house.
Yeah.
Because I knew this, this last year, I knew I wasn't going to have a whole lot of time to hunt. I knew it was going to be
Okay. You were working, paying bills,
work,
little time to
working,
hunt.
paying bills. Just like way everything was going at that point in time, I knew early season was not going to have a whole lot of time. So I had 2 weekends scheduled where I was basically just one day going to give it a go.
Yeah.
On both those, on one day on one of those weekends. So anyway, so I spent time as much as I could getting out to this spot, watching the traffic of hunters coming in and out.
Okay.
And there wasn't a whole lot, and it's kind of a smaller piece of land too. So it's a smaller public land.
Gotcha.
Which was kind of weird. But
How many acres do you think?
to be honest, I don't know. It's at least 100, I think.
100 acres though. That's kind of a small little piece of property for people to be coming on and off of. And
so back when I did Wildland Fire, this was a spot that I've been to.
Excuse me, guys. Aaron is a wildland firefighter. How many years did you do that for?
I did that for 4 seasons.
4 seasons of that. And if any of you guys know, thank you for your service, by the way. We appreciate that. If any of you guys know anything about wildland firefighting, it's probably one of the most dangerous jobs you could get, besides like joining the military, I would have to say, because it's super extreme and probably way more dangerous because Aaron's out there fighting fires like probably feet away from flames sometimes, right? Like,
we're right.
And a dozer and just...
There's a lot that could go wrong between just the fire cutting around behind you, a dozer. People have been hit by dozers. Even
so being out in the forest and sleeping out there and just being out in the woods is something you got very used to and very comfortable with.
Yeah, that's why I like that job, because I've always loved the outdoors, and that job was pretty much spending the whole summer out in the woods. So again, like, it kind of came across this about 8 years ago.
Okay.
It's 2024.
Yeah.
So it's like about 7 or 8 years ago anyways, but so I just started walking it and just walking around, and I always, whenever I've ever been there in the past, would always take the same path. I never really ventured off, and I was like, I'm going to venture off and look.
Okay.
So I ventured off, and I just started finding a lot of deer sign and just a lot of solid spots where I'm like, oh, there's got to be, and like a lot of traffic, you know?
So you're looking for game trails when you're out there.
Oh, yeah, and there's like a lot of, like a main trail with a lot of trails feeding into it too.
So
like
a highway kind of one intersection.
Yeah, one went down into a valley, and there's like a trail that came down.
Yeah.
And I was walking just beside it, following it, and then I looked, and there's a trail that went up this way and a trail that went up that way.
Okay.
So I, like, no stand or nothing. I just found a good spot to set up, high ground, you know. taking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
I have the high ground. But anyways,
Yeah.
So anyways, setting that up and just throwing some mineral lick out there. That's stump liquor, you know. Just kind of see if maybe I can see what would happen, right? And I have no game trails either doing this.
Nothing. Trail cameras, you mean?
Yeah, no
trail cameras, nothing, guys. He's going without cams. He doesn't even know what's out here, so that's even cooler about
just
it.
Just winging it.
Yes.
So, because I don't have a whole lot of experience.
So this would be a lot of people I know. Not a lot of time to hunt. You find a piece of land. You don't know anything about it. Aaron's going to be showing you how to. I mean, could be a 1 in a million, but he did get a buck. So we're just going to walk you through kind of what happened leading up to the moments of that.
Right.
Keep going.
So I find this spot. I'm working it, and I just keep, as I go out, to keep, making sure that like I'm getting my stuff set up to where I can have a good camouflage, like makeshift blind. Like I'm taking some dead branches and stuff and kind of like found this rock. I'm just kind of like laying it.
Yeah.
Just, every other week.
Yeah.
I'm going out there just laying some more branches so I can sit down, lean up against this rock and have a nice set and be hidden.
Yeah.
Anyways, I go further down because after I do that, I keep exploring, right? And I found this other spot where it was, dude, prime. And again, lots of trails. I don't know if anything's feeding there, but I know there's a spot I can set up right across this, like it's like a little creek. Spot I can set up about 80 yards on the other side and shoot, and there's like a wide open lane through all this thick trees and brush.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's a lot of cover for these deer to walk through and feel safe and everything until they get to this point, but they're probably not thinking I'm over here.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of thinking strategically, if I'm a deer trying to get food, not wanting to get shot, like, where do I need to set up based on that, right? So I'm just so I set up there. There's a rock there. It's perfect. I don't even really need to build like a makeshift blind or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that for months on end. Fast forward to not the opening weekend, but the weekend after. I go out, and that second spot I found, I'm like, that's spot 1. The other spot 2. I go out there, and some guys saw my stump lick that I had poured on there and everything, because as I'm coming up, they're walking out of it and setting it up literally right by that rock, dude. Like, literally.
And guys, I can't tell you, me and Aaron went on a public land hunt. We drove 1 hour and 45 minutes. We got up at 5:05 in the morning. When we got to the spot, somebody was pulling in front of our truck. Right in front of our truck. They actually passed us on the highway to pull in front of our truck to take the only spot at our hunting spot. And it's just funny that you could go out and it's within a second or two of that happening, dude.
Yeah, and it's...
Oh!
Yeah, so anyways, I walk up to the guy, and I was like, hey, man, like, just trying to maybe reason with him, like, you could, like, I've been putting that stuff out there, like,
no way.
Hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take,
yeah.
Michael Jordan, right? So I was just like, hey, and he's like, we go back and forth a little bit, and he's like, I've been hunting elk here in archery, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So I would turn around, and I'm like, I'm just going to go to my second spot. Hence why I wanted to get more than one spot, because I had a fear that this would happen.
Yeah.
So, because it's public land. Like, as much as I want to complain about it, it's what I signed up for.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm walking back, and I'm just I'm really bummed. I'm really pissed. And I'm trying not to get into the mindset of, I'm not going to get it.
Because that's right when something pops out.
Right. So, and I'm like, I'm going back to...
Spot number 2?
Spot number 2, and I'm walking, and I'm kind of just having this conversation with myself, and I'm sending prayers up to the Lord, and I'm like, going like, you know what, I'm keeping positive,
yeah.
I'm putting my hope there, not in everything else here, and I just keep walking, and so as I'm walking to this spot, I have to come around this big boulder, and dude, I am walking, and I'm like, okay, and I turn the corner, and I take 2 steps, and I look up, 30 yards, I see a deer. And shooting light, just like it's like
6:05, yeah.
Seconds after it's shooting light,
and it starts getting bright fast.
Yeah, so it's 6:05 shooting time. It was like 6:07, 6:10 when I took the shot.
Yeah.
Right? So I just see him, and at first I didn't even know if it was a buck or not. All I see is the body, because the fog kind of started to lift.
I hate it.
But I see the body, and I see the face, and I'm like, oh crap! Flick the safety off, throw my gun up, and I just go up, I see antlers, I find the shoulder, pull the trigger. and I'm like, crap, I think I missed. Go to rack a shell. I have a Mauser action. That thing never jams.
Yeah.
It freaking jammed.
What kind of caliber rifle is that?
7mm.
A 7mm?
Yeah.
Is that an older gun?
Oh yeah, it's my grandpa's gun. They
Oh,
don't
that's
make
so
they
cool.
don't make the action anymore.
Yeah.
So, but it's like it's known for like just not jamming, right?
Yeah.
But it jams. I've had this since I was 10.
Yeah.
And it's never jammed.
Yeah.
And it jammed.
But you
right?
got it with an old rifle. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm like, crap. So I finally like get my rifle to load again, safety back on.
Yeah.
And I go, and I'm having troubles finding the blood. Like
What?
I found blood right where I shot him.
Yeah.
And then I saw where he went and dove down. And I tried to follow the same path, and I was like, I can't. But like, I remember when I finally got my rifle to unjam, I heard the crash.
Yeah.
You know? I heard
it's a distinctive crash.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Nothing sounds better than that.
oh yeah, I was like, no way, I got him.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm thinking I missed. Because it's such a quick shot, you know? Like, yeah, so shout out to the gamers. You guys can quick scope. Have you got one in real life, bro? Have you got one in real life? No. But I still can't believe I made that shot. Probably never happen again. But anyway, so I go and, dude, he bombed down this hill and freaking, I finally find the blood trail and I'm following it and I'm, you know, so much went on. I'm doubting, full of doubts, and then being skeptic, and I'm, because it's like not the blood trail I'm used to following. And I look up, dude, it's like, didn't go 20, dude. He went to that hill and went like 20 yards.
Dude, do you have a picture of the deer?
I do, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, text me it because I'll put it up when you're
It's
talking
actually
about
my
the story.
screensaver with
No
the deer.
shit. That's so cool, man.
Yeah,
Nice
so-
eye guards on that.
Thanks.
Cool, yeah. So,
So yeah, so I got him, and
text me a picture of that. I'll put it up. And cool. So there's your public land hunting story, guys. So, what did you learn from that hunt, Aaron, on the public land?
you gotta always have a contingency plan, and something you gotta be able to pivot. Like I said, like I've hunted private pretty much my whole life, and I'm kind of I've done public a little bit, but I'm not really experienced in the public. But I have enough experience to kind of follow my nose, find my way, you know. But that was the biggest learning lesson. Just kind of being nimble.
Yeah.
Like I had a contingency plan. I had one spot. I had a second spot, and even if those two spots didn't
But
work
you didn't
out,
give up,
I
and you
had-
didn't. I've known you a long time, and I like that about you. You're really hard to upset, and even when you're upset, you don't even act upset. Now I liked learning that from you because it's a good trait to have, guys. To just when there's those times where you're ready to sit down and give up, but that's when the fish bites. That's when the deer walks out. That's when your opportunity happens. And Aaron's really good at just kind of keeping a good flow with the personality. I mean, I could be around him 8 hours a day, and it's just the same. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. Like, there's been a lot of times I have given up. That opportunity will show up. You just don't know when.
Yep.
Like,
it's a lottery, guys. When you go hunt public land or when you're going and fishing huge lakes and stuff, you just never know what's going to happen on any particular day. And it's funny because you hear a success story from another hunter and you hear it was like within a day or two of yours, and the weather came in and deer moved and a fire happened and deer moved and big fish came in, and you know what I mean? And there's just patterns that no one has truly mapped out. Nobody can figure out the way nature truly works. It's a beast. It changes every day.
the first thing that dies, like the Marine quoted it this way, the first thing that dies is your plan. And my engine boss kind of said the same thing, because I mean, honestly, even in fires we have a plan, and there's something that always happens. So I kind of picked up on that. Something always happens that's going to challenge you or test you, in a sense of like, that's why I had a backup plan, or just like, you gotta be thinking like, okay, if this doesn't work, what's my plan to keep moving forward?
Yeah.
Even if it's 1%,
Yeah.
and not like the goal is to get a deer, but both spots taken, what am I going to do that's going to move me 1% closer to that goal?
Yeah.
And so I kind of already, that's why I went to that area, because I knew it so well that I knew if these spots were taken,
Yeah.
I could still hike around and I could probably find a deer.
Yeah.
Just because I knew it well enough.
Guys, so that was Aaron's public land hunting experience. I'm going to talk a little bit about my public land hunting experience, and then I'm going to get in on what I'm going to be getting ready for. And then Aaron's going to be getting in on what he's going to be getting ready for. Like, he's going to be hunting public land right now, and he'll be doing that with a rifle, right? Or no, bow?
All of them.
Okay, so he's got a
Multi-season,
multi-special tag. So my thing is I'm going to be probably doing archery bow again this year. Last year I took a very nice buck with my bow, and I just started using a trail camera as of last year. So I have a really good idea of what's in the area this year for my 2024 hunting season, and that's only in like 3 weeks. What I'm doing to prepare for that, guys, is I am basically going to be about a month before the season, morning of opening season, I'm going to get a trail camera into the area, make sure my tree stand's ready, make sure that I've dialed my bow in at the appropriate range. Then I'm going to move into figure out what the pattern of the deers are, like especially the ones that you're really wanting to see in there. Maybe put a little corn down, maybe a little salt lick, something to get them coming in and out, right? It's private land. I'm hunting private land, so I don't really have to worry about other hunters, which, like, for me, our first time hunting together, Aaron took me into Kettle Falls, which is like a wilderness area, and we went like 30, 40 miles into the back country with my little Nissan truck, little 4x4, and we saw a lot of stuff. But we saw some grouse, right? We never really saw any deer.
Heard a wolf howl.
We heard a wolf howl. Like, there was
scary.
That was insane. And we were, we camped out, had a fire. It was fun. It was cool. But we never really, we actually saw a bunch of mule deer, but none of them had racks. So we weren't really, and there was an illegal buck because in that area, it was 3-point for the muley. So we saw a non-legal buck, and I had my sights on him, like, I can't shoot. Like, it was too close to closing light, and we had a couple of other hunters closing in on the deer. So it was just pressured. That was one of the nights. The other hunt we went on, we actually were able to take a shot on a really nice whitetail buck. I mean, this was the first time I went on to public, and it was crazy because Aaron was looking for him. He flushed out. I took a shot, and it was very close, but we did not bag the deer.
Let's just rewind on that, though. I literally told him it was a buck. I was like, but I think it's just a 3-point.
Yeah, we weren't thinking it was anything big. We were just thinking it was going to be something to go home with. Kind of like Aaron's public land deer. And then this thing runs out, and it's Bambi's dad. I mean, this thing's like probably a 150 or something, and it's just busting.
I wouldn't say 150, but it was close. Like, it was big.
Probably 135. Who knows?
Yeah.
It was running out. It was the biggest deer I would have ever had taken a shot on, and I was like at 150, kind of in a weird spot. We were getting ready to go home, so I took a shot. I barely missed or grazed it. But the moral of that whole hunting story was I had put a lot of time in, gas, and me and Aaron probably put 2 weeks of our time into trying to do all that. Like, I fortunately have friends and family friends that, like, I reached out to after literally not talking to for so long, and they allow me to hunt their private land. So doing some scouting in terms of just asking pretty much anyone, and whenever I have a conversation with anyone, hey, do you like hunting? Do you have private property? Is there anything I can do for you? Anything like that, guys. And they allow me to go in there, and I've been able to kind of survey the land for 7 years, and it seems like the more I'm doing, the bigger the deer are getting. And so this would be the year that if I arrow this buck that I'm getting on my trail camera, it'll be the biggest deer of my life. And I'm ready through and through. I think that because of just the consistency of everything, I think this is going to be probably my easiest year of hunting, just because I'm so dialed.
Yeah.
And a week before opening day, I'm going to be getting up at 4 a.m. and crushing out a workout. And that way, like at 5 a.m. or 5:30 or 5:45, whenever that sun decides to peep over that mountain edge, if they're there, you just need to be awake and enough to pull the right shot. And I'm going to have my camera gear. It's going to be sick. That's my bow hunting preparation. What are you doing for preparation, dude?
Big goal of mine, long goal of mine, is to shoot a muley, because I've never shot a muley before.
Dang.
I've only shot whitetail.
Yeah.
So I really want to get a muley this year. So,
okay.
And with the multi-season tag I drew, I'm so stoked. I'm
awesome.
I'm all in on that. So
yeah.
Luckily, like I said, I did grow up hunting some public, and that was a lot with my dad. And so he did take me out to an area that's grown public size. It used to be a little smaller, but
it's like 40,000 acres now.
Yeah, so BLM bought some farmer property and stuff like that, right? So it's like,
guys, this is all Eastern Washington.
Yeah, it's Eastern Washington. This is about 2 hours west of Actually, it's about an hour west of where
Don't be
we
too
are
specific,
right now.
brother.
So,
I'm
yeah,
just kidding. No.
yeah. But so anyway, so what I'm doing now is taking what I learned in the past with my dad, because I'm doing archery to start out with.
Okay.
And hunting mule deer, we did a lot of, in this area, we did a lot of glassing and a lot of stalking.
There you go.
So,
because it's flat. It's flat and open.
it's flat and open. It's hard to stay hidden. So like when you go to stalk, you can't just sneak your way up zigzagging or anything. You have to go like a half mile around, and then hope it's still there, and then shoot.
Yeah.
You know. So what I'm doing to prepare now is essentially kind of basically training for that stalk and for that pack out.
Yeah.
So I am shooting my bow at least kind of. Goal is just consistency.
Yeah.
So even if it's one arrow every night, I'm still getting those reps in.
Yeah.
Because it's all just getting that routine rep.
It takes one good shot.
Yeah, it's just one good shot. That's all I need. So if I do that every day, I'll build that consistency and get in that habit, build that pattern. The other thing I'm doing right now is a lot of working out training, which I took a lot of time off. So
Yeah.
got that dad bod built real good, but but no, I started. So I bought a membership at my buddy's gym. I'm actually 509 Deer Park, Washington. If you guys ever want to have a killer workout, hit those guys up. They do physical therapy and stuff too. So
Sweet.
he's a good dude, solid dude.
Right on.
Former teammate, all that good stuff. But I work out there, and just to get in shape for the hunting season, because when I get out there, I want to be able to be physically ready.
You need to
fit.
be peak physical fitness. I mean, the biggest thing about hunting public is being able to move.
Yeah, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull a truck up and
Yeah.
throw this thing in the back
Yeah.
or
and
whatever.
let me tell you, man, being out there recently trying to shoot some coyotes, you could see for miles and you can't really drive in there. There's areas you can just only follow the road.
Yeah.
So
And that was the other lesson I learned from public land was be prepared when you can't, because like where I shot it, one, there's a gate, so I can, and I'm not thinking like this right now, but
Yeah.
I could have quartered it, but I didn't bring anything to pack out the quarters. So I'm like,
holy shit,
I kind of
seriously? Dang.
yeah, I kind of was like so used to hunting where I could pull a truck up, you know, and even we went to public areas where I could do that. So I gotta tell the story. My brother's friend came out and helped me pack it out. We took a log, like I field dressed and everything. We took a log. I had, because I work in fiber optics, I had mule tape. We tied this thing to a log and we carried it out caveman style on our shoulders.
That's so sick.
Uphill.
You should have taken a video of that, dude.
I should have, but I'm like...
That's the stuff that I'm trying to get.
I'm
Aaron tells
breathing
me
so
these
hard.
stories, guys. He tells me these stories, and I'm like, if we could get some footage on this is just going to be super cool because I've actually kind of adapted to hunting more so a lot, like in the last 3 years than ever. Where it was a lot of fishing, but we're doing more hunting, and Aaron does a lot of hunting, and these stories need to be filmed, and they need to be a part of this. You know what I mean?
I have another shout out though on that.
Who is that?
You'll laugh, you'll get it. Going up, it's the steep ass hill, and we have this like 100-pound, 150-pound deer on our shoulders,
Yes.
right? And we're hiking it up. We're both like, and I'm just like, crap, I'm so out of shape. Again, preparing for this hunt now, I'm like, I gotta get in shape. I gotta be able to do this.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just like, okay, I gotta motivate me and my brother's friend, and I'm just like, shout out to David Goggins right now. Who's gonna carry the boats and the logs? And I was like, wait. We have a log. Who's gonna carry the buck and the logs? And I'm shouting this as we're hunting while other hunters are still out there hunting.
Just probably trying to shoot their elk, and you're like just like yelling at
I
you.
got to the truck
my
and I'm
God.
like, I feel bad. I probably messed someone's hunt up.
Yeah.
But that was brutal.
Yeah.
I was like, and it was such a short distance, but
Yeah.
that was all learning lessons. All that crappy stuff was learning lessons for what I'm preparing for now. And
Yeah. Well, you're just gonna do it more professionally. I mean, if we had more time to hunt, I would be doing things a little
I
different.
am a professional. No, I'm just joking.
No, just talk what you just told me, man. That's good. No,
There's some discrepancy.
Yeah, no, it's all good. No, but at the end of the day, guys, that is kind of like where we're at right now. Like, I'm checking the trail camera, and I'm just trying to make sure my deer are still coming in and out of like the spot that I'm going to be sitting in only 3 weeks, which is really weird to say because you shoot a deer a year ago, and then that moment after shooting your deer, I kind of sit over him and go, dang, I got to wait another year till I can do this. But I think that there's the opportunity to branch out to different states and maybe even do like a 3 deer season next year. I mean, that would be really cool to shoot a whitetail in Oregon, Washington, and Idaho. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that would be super cool, you
The
know?
trifecta.
Yeah. Or maybe get an elk even, guys. You know what I mean? Like, that would be crazy. Like, who knows? You know, might need to buy an out-of-state tag and just go to this one spot I know of. You know, company showed me. It was pretty cool. No, but with that being said... Guys, so the whole idea of this podcast is to kind of just meet up with Aaron, shoot the crap, get going. I'm going to have other guests on. Aaron's going to set up a podcast and start doing podcasts with guests. Like, I'm going to show him how to edit and get videos going. It's going to be cool. We're going to branch out. You guys are going to learn a lot about me and a lot about Aaron through these podcasts. You know, this is kind of just a sit down and shoot the shit time. Like, just kind of just get to know the know-how. You know what I mean?
Get to know us, get to laugh at us. Maybe even get to cry with us. Who knows? Possibilities are endless, man.
With that being said, guys, I think we're probably just going to kind of wrap it up. I feel like we covered everything we needed to cover. We covered public land, whitetail prep. I guess we could go into more detail, but we'll probably do that on the next one. Yeah, is there any more topics you want to
This could
cover?
be a good thing to go into for like an episode 2. But
Yeah.
like you brought up what you've been doing out there on the land and the difference you've seen over the 7 years.
Yeah.
A good argument for why hunting is so important and management, and because it's the same thing that happened on that farmer's land that I grew up hunting on. The same thing. Deer population was this way, but then when like a group of hunters came in and started taking care of them,
Yeah.
the population, you know, just
Blew
what
up.
happens. I don't want to
Yeah.
give too much away in case we want to do an episode
About that.
about that.
Yeah, that sounds
Or-
good. We totally can. I mean, guys, to wrap things up right now, me and Aaron are going to get our bows. I have 2 targets. We're going to go out to a little state piece of land we know about. There's a body of water, tweakers, and a ton of trash. We may spend some time literally picking up some of the trash that the tweakers are leaving and all the campers and stuff. They're ruining this area. It used to be really pretty. The water's kind of dried up. There could be carp, bass, whatever. We're going to bring everything out there. We're going to shoot our bows. We might even try some target practice with the rifle. And we're going to do some hiking around. It'll be pretty funny. That's going to be how we're going to be finishing out this video. We're going to stay in shape. We're going to be working out pretty much every day, every other day until hunting season. When a day comes, you guys, for your hunting season, for whatever you're doing, just don't forget that the most important thing is to have fun and keep it light and keep it awesome, man. I mean, if you learned something, if there was a mistake you made, you need to laugh about it, because every mistake you make is probably something you'll never have happen again. And that's a lesson learned. Like, if you use the wrong pin and you shoot over a nice buck, you're going to be thinking about that for that entire next year. And I think that's a good thing, because I just don't think it's going to happen again. Any thoughts?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And don't be, well, here's my thoughts. One of the reasons why I love hunting is because you can do all this prep and still get skunked. So if you at least see a deer, that's my mentality is, if I at least see a deer or wildlife of any sort, that's a win for the day, because
It's already an experience
there's
once
been
you
so
get in
many
the car.
days I've gone out there and not seen not even a freaking stink bug, dude. Like, it's just been like
Not even a
nothing.
chipmunk.
Yeah,
Nothing.
nothing. So if you see wildlife like that, just appreciate that, because
Guys,
it's
I wanted to add on top of that, majority of the wildlife I'm seeing, I mean, you are going to have a ton of action right after the sun comes up and before the sun goes down. That's going to be a majority of the wildlife. It's not in like a cold season or a really rainy season, because the sun's out. They bed down, dude. They sit in the brush. They sit in the shade. So morning and evenings are going to be a really good time. If you have a low light camera or something, you're going to get a lot of good quality.
yeah.
Honestly. So
And yeah, no, other than that, yeah, like what you said, have fun, keep it light, like,
Yeah.
don't turn it into your full-time job.
No
if you're
shit.
like us, you're already working that you
Yeah.
don't like, don't do that to yourself, man.
dude, let's go shoot some bows.
Let's do it.
Nothing but public land to shoot our bows on. I'm gonna put the drone in the air. We're gonna start ripping shots at the targets. I got 2 targets set up. It's gonna be sick, exactly. And basically, we're just gonna shoot, man. And once we're done shooting, we're gonna head out, and that'll be the vid, guys. It'll be a wrap. So, thanks, Aaron, for joining me, bro. Really fun time.
My pleasure.
Hello, guys. Me and Aaron are out here. Aaron is He is different right now, guys. You put Aaron out on a piece of state land, this guy turns into a freaking animal. You don't hear anything from him. He's just glassing. Just kidding. What? Aaron, here's my release. Check it out.
Oh, nice.
It's one of the ones that's just got the little release edge. I love it. Just falls away. There's nothing there.
We are. Where I'm standing, yours is at 22. Mine is.
I'll shoot from 22. I like 22. You're 22?
20.
How much was that one?
Um,
Guys, so Aaron and me are shooting exactly the same arrows because we pretty much picked up the same bow on a same special, but Aaron bought, what did you buy?
I bought the Diamond Edge 320.
Aaron bought the Diamond Edge 320. He said it was about 600 bucks, so it's twice as much as this bow. Now, let us see if a bow that's twice as much will shoot twice as good. Awesome, dude. Okay, 22-yard shot, boys. Let's put one down the barrel. Oh. Ooh. What? Where did you hit, Aaron?
I think I hit a little low.
Look at my shot, bro. Dude, this is fun. All right, guys, I think I got pretty close to a bullseye. Aaron was a little low, but he hasn't shot it in a second, so. Guys, this is so sick. We're just out here on some public land. Nobody's out here, literally not a soul in sight. Me and Aaron are just slinging arrows. Oh, I'm so happy with how these are shooting.
There we go.
Nice, dude. There. Blackout XST versus the Diamond. What do we got here, boys? So my Blackout, let's just say everything inside's 5 points and everything outside's 1 point, Aaron. So I'm 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going 20 right now.
I got like barely a point.
Okay, so you're 5 and anything outside is 1. So
These were the
1,
two
2,
that I was
3.
like, those look good.
Eight. Okay, you're 8, I'm 20. Okay, that's a test round. That's a test round. All right, guys, so pretty happy with this. Really happy, actually. GoPro's picking everything up right there. Perfect. Sweet. Okay, guys, we did the warm-up. Everything is looking pretty cheddar. My shooting distance is 22. Aaron's is 22. We're shooting from 22 yards. $600 bow versus $300 bow. Anything inside of the little target realm is going to be 5 points. Anything outside of it is 1 point. If you miss, dock 1 point. All right, guys, going back to do a look. Aaron's draw weight 70, I'm at 62. So we've got technically 2 out. So that's 5, 5, 10, 12 points. Aaron's got 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 2 out, you got 10, you're 12. We're tied.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes. All right, guys. So Aaron shot 2 in, 2 out, 5, 5, 10, 12 for Aaron. I shot 2 in, 2 out, 12 for me. We're tied. Round 2, baby.
We tied.
That looks so sick. I hope you get something, bro, this year.
I do too, dude.
Holy crap. That's a good enough shot to take down anything. Yeah. All right, guys, let's see what we got. We'll go with mine first. Yes, 3 in, bro. All right, I got 3. That's 15, 16 points, guys.
Best one yet.
Holy shit, Aaron got 20 points. All right, guys, round 3. Who's gonna win? It's competitive, guys. Your bow sounds so light. It's like... All right, guys, round 3. Let's see what we got. That Last round was spicy. Okay, guys, let's go. Aaron's first. He's 1 out, 3 in, 16 points. But, oh yeah, he's not in. It's got to be right there. See the little circle?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He's not in the bullseye. All right, so what do we got? 3 out. Oh, 4 in. I'm 20. Dude, I'm 20. Not cheating. I can't believe that. Boys, I'm 20. So you got 16 right there, and I'm 20, which means we're tied now because we just swapped.
Again?
We're tied, boys. Right now.
Continue.
Right now. Sorry, you threw me off so hard. Guys, so we're...
Right now, we're about to do...
Guys, so right now we are about to do tie-breaking round 4. Let's go! Woo-hoo! Or round 4, tie-breaking round. Here we go. Tied. Arrows. I may have just done it, guys. Aaron drains one down the center. Okay, you got 2 in and 2 out, so you're 12. I got 3 in, 1 out, boys. 3 in, 1 out. There it is, guys. We. I took the win, boys.
H320.
Yeah.
For now. It might be a comeback.
I may have been shooting more than you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I've been getting in some more reps. He doesn't like hearing that. He doesn't like hearing that, guys. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was very fun to okay, dude. Guys, if you want to check out Aaron's OnlyFans, it's no.
I do not have one.
The Blackout XST, guys, $300 bow. It was shooting groups, bro.
I have a confession. I said shooting arrows every night, which I have been, but that started like 2 weeks ago. I've been golfing this whole summer.
Guys been doing too much golf, guys. Anyways, guys.
I thought I could be Tiger Woods, but I'm more like Tiger Woods.
Hold your bow out, Aaron. Hold your bow out. This is the thumbnail. Yes. Bro. Okay, thank you so much, dude, like for coming out.
Dude, thanks for
and
having me.
yeah, absolutely. This has been an amazing time. Guys, the podcast is going to be a thing of the future. I think we're going to keep doing that a lot. It was fun to sit there and chat. We'll cover some more topics. It'll be a little bit more in deep next round. Aaron's planning to go out on public land in 3 weeks, so we're definitely going to have some more talks, and we'll just be walking through what we're doing, guys. Maybe see you, I don't know, like soon. Hang in there, keep digging. Life's a garden, dude. You need to water that shit, son. Woo! Okay.